What if the guilt, the disappointment, the pain that our parents give to us is never ours to carry? Now, this is a deeper concept, but this is about the idea of capacity. Sometimes we may think that, oh, because they are our parents, they should have the capacity to love us, to have the patience for us, to give us the unconditional love that we have wanted. But because they don't, we feel we are not worthy for it. We feel we're not enough. Because if we are enough, quote unquote, if we are enough, they would give it to us, wouldn't they? But what if they really don't have the capacity for it and it doesn't mean anything about you? So when we do something that we want and our parents say things like, I have sacrificed all of this for you, why are you so selfish, and make us feel guilty? What if it is their guilt? When we are very excited about something that we've done well, and when we turn to them and we wanted them to praise us, but in turn, if they are to say, oh, what's so big deal about it? I don't have time for this, and we feel disappointed about it, we feel hurt about it. What if it is their disappointment? What if it is their pain? And because they have so much of the guilt, so much of the pain, so much of the disappointment in their lives, all they saw was this, all they had was this, and they didn't have anything else capacity to give that to us. And so if we can separate ourselves from them, when we feel the pain, when we feel the guilt, when we feel the disappointment, what if we can say it is not us? What if it is them? And we can separate ourselves out so that we don't degrade ourselves, we don't beat ourselves up, we don't think that we're not worthy to be loved, to be validated, to be celebrated. It's just they don't have the capacity. And so my mentor was talking about how if, let's say, you're standing in front of an ice cream machine and you pull it down and you really expect a chocolate, but out comes vanilla. And when you take a look at the label, it says vanilla ice cream. How long will you stand here to keep pulling down that lever and expecting chocolate to come out? How long will it take you to realize that this machine is not going to give you chocolate ice cream? And when I heard that, it was like, yeah, if I realize that it's not going to give me chocolate ice cream, then how long am I going to stand here hoping and praying and whining and complaining that my parents can't give what I want to me if they don't have the capacity to give me what I want? So let me ask you a question. If your parents really does not have the capacity to give you what you want, how long are you going to stand here complaining, feeling hurt, and beating yourself up for their incapability of giving you what you want? So if you feel guilt, and this is something that I also share with my clients, it's the concept of mirroring. Whatever you feel is how they feel. So if you feel guilty, give that back to them. Give that back to them, because that is how they feel. It's not yours to carry. It's not yours to take on. You have an obligation to yourself, first and foremost, to be in alignment with yourself, so that you can then, when you're full, when you're fulfilled, then you can return that love, the remaining overflow, to others. And this is a very difficult concept to wrap our heads around, because sometimes we may live in so much guilt and disappointment and pain, and yet it can be separated out. So whenever you're ready to go on to this journey to separate yourself out of this equation, to see your worth, to see how much you are loved, so to celebrate yourself, book a time with me and we'll do this together. That's all I have for today. Until next time.